This is a strong second half today. What was the difference when you came out of the locker room at the halftime?
I think personally it just started with our defensive talk. Millie was great at just leading us with that. And then sharing the ball offensively. I mean, when you got a talented point guard and Adam, he's going to find guys. We just got to do our job and share the ball and play as a team.
And it seemed like you were generating some turnovers today and being able to score quickly off of those.
Yeah, Coach Cam preaches defense wins games, and the more better we play on defense, the more we're going to win. So I just really locked in on defense, pressuring the ball, being in the gaps, communicating to my teammates, and that's how we're going to get the job done.
Look, how is this on just confidence building that you won a game by about 20 points today? And how does that feel after some of the tough games you've had so far?
I mean, the season's always going to have its ups and downs, but just getting this one before a little bit of a week break, especially with the empty weekend, a bye weekend, is huge, especially just regaining some energy, regaining some confidence for all of us.
Yeah, for sure. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. So
Exactly.
We just keep stacking good days, and we're going to win in the long run.
All right. Do you feel taking that lead in the second half kind of supercharged you, for lack of a better term?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think as soon as we start seeing the ball go in and we start seeing everyone start to eat on offense, it really just picks up our defense, our intensity, our talk, and everything. And it's really just a chain reaction of us doing what we need to do to win.
How do you guys feel about this being like a turning point here? You guys have been up and down. You come out and have a good win here. Now you're starting to get close to the midpoint of the max schedule. Where do you go from here?
We just got to keep stacking good days. The more we stack good days, the more it's going to turn over into the games, and we're going to win.
And what triggers that? What do you think is going to prompt that?
The whole team just got to buy in, listen to what coaches is telling us. They know what they're talking about, so we just listen, defense, sharing the ball, communicating, keep our energy high. We will win a lot of games.
Okay. Luke, the offense was very balanced today, probably more so than I remember for a while. What was different?
I think we really just bought into just sharing the ball. Like, I don't know how many points I had. I don't know how many points Adam had, but we was all sharing the ball, and we was getting great shots every time, and we crashed on the O boards. I mean, we can get whatever we want when you share them, play the right way.
What happens from game to game? There are games where the offense is just stagnant and everybody's kind of standing around, and then there's games where everybody's flowing nicely. What's different?
I mean, basketball is a game of confidence, a game of feel. So, I mean, if you just don't got the feel that night, it is what it is. But tonight we had we were all working together, and it worked out for us in the end.
Luke, why do you think you've earned more playing time as of late?
Defensively, like, I've just been watching a whole bunch of film, working with Cam, watching NBA guys, college guys that do what they do at a position like me, where I'm really just a big guard, so I really have to lock in and guard more guards. So being able to take care of what I need to take care of on the defensive end really just helps me get more minutes.
Adam, what are you learning as a freshman, point guards?
I'm learning simple wins. The simpler plays are going to make you don't have to make the home run play. The simple plays are going to be what win us games. So I'm just learning to keep it simple, make the extra passes. I'm learning the different reads I didn't read in high school. So, the reads, yeah.
When you guys had that fast break, and then Millie, I think, gave it up to you, and you guys kind of had an over-the-top celebration, considering, it was just a layup. Could you guys describe what was going on in the huddle there?
We always preach, let's be team guys. So him throwing that extra pass was, a great team moment, and that just got everybody excited and boosted up. So, yeah, that was a very unselfish play, and our goal is to keep playing unselfish for the rest of the season, starting from today. Because we played really unselfish. We had about 25 assists, only to 8 turnovers.
Adam, you were 7 of 10 today shooting. You got a lot of good layups. The team shot 53%, very strong. 45%, 11 of 24 on threes. What was going on shooting today? Why did it go well?
Well, we've been working on shooting. We got groups before practice. We get a bunch of shots up, so that helps a lot. So recently, we've just been working, getting a lot of shots up, reps on reps. And the more you work, it's going to show.
Look, you had 4 of 7 on threes today. It seemed like you were looking for corner shots.
I mean, Cash is in the corner, so you got to run those corners and get any three you can get.
Very good.
Good win. I thought we did a lot of good things, like shared the ball. Biggest thing, we've shared the ball, passed the ball. We had 25 assists, 8 turnovers. That hasn't happened a lot this year, so it was good to see the guys make the extra pass. Favorite play of the game was when Millie gave up the open layup too in the first half. that stuff gives you energy, you know. When you don't make the right play and don't make the right pass, it takes away energy. So tonight we actually made the right play, made the right pass, gave us a little bit of energy. I thought, you know, Juggers played well, Menard played well, bench guys were good. I think Rupert's had an up and down season, but you know, there's still half the season to go. I thought he had a lot of energy tonight and played well. So good win for us. Happy to get this win. We get a little bit of a break here. We need a mental rest for a couple of days and then go back at it on Sunday.
Less pressure defense, at least in the first half today.
Yep.
Is that a product of not having Biggie?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. We don't have a great 4-man up there like JB's trying to get there. He's just not perfect. So yeah, that hurts a little bit. The guy on the ball kind of sets the tone a little bit. So we just didn't have as much pressure up top.
Do you think it was actually better in some ways that you weren't pressing as
Maybe a
much?
little bit, yeah. I mean, the press, we're you know, top 10 in the country in forcing turnovers. So that has helped us in some cases, but it's also, you know, sometimes we get in rotations, we get mismatched and things like that. So, you know, the numbers tell us that the press helps us, right? So if you go on just straight analytics, the pressure's been really good for us, but sometimes it's good not to do it. So yeah, I thought we started off the game a little sluggish defensively. Then we got better as the half went along, and like, you know how it is when you score points, it gives you energy. You know, scoring points helps your defense. I don't care what you could want to say at all. It helps your defense. Guys get more excited about how they're playing, and then it gets you a little more stops.
And while we're on it, what is going on with Biggie?
He's just away from the team right now. You know, I mean, this is what I would say, right? Like, in this day and age, all this stuff going on across the landscape of college basketball, there's still some things you have to stand for as a person, as a program, as a school, and so we're gonna stick to that. You know, same thing happened last year. I'm just not gonna compromise things that, like, in my mind, like I've always thought, I've been a head coach for a long time. You do the right thing to help the players learn. Like, this is still a learning mechanism for the rest of their lives, right? It's most of these guys will not play basketball past 24, 25 years old. They have a whole life to live, right? Do the right thing, show up on time, be a good teammate, be coachable, all that kind of stuff. And so if that's not happening, like we're going to be accountable. That's just the way it's going to be. And like, I know it's hard this day and age to do that all the time, but like, that's how I've always been. And like, that's just how we're going to be. So yeah, I'm hoping he learns.
Is there a chance he comes back, or?
I don't want to talk about it right now. I mean, I'd rather just talk about what would happen. I mean, it's fun to watch the game tonight. You know, it's like, it's not your fault, Jim. It's a great question. Just like I spend, sometimes when you're coaching, people think a lot of it's like X and O's and out of bounds plays and how you're going to guard people. It's so much more than that about things like that. I spent too much time. We spent too much, but I think that's how it is right now. Is people spend too much time on the non-basketball stuff, and it takes away from the basketball stuff. And so what we're trying to do, and like usually, when you have a team for over the course of 2, 3, 4 years, they learn their lessons, they become sophomores and juniors, and it gets better. We're trying to get this all done in a short amount of time. So it makes it harder, but I have a hard time not coaching and holding guys accountable and doing things the right way just all the time, So that's what it's going to be.
So back to the game.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Jungers is definitely moving up in the rotation.
Yep.
Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, he shoots the lights out, right? So he's a great shooter, so that helps us because he provides something we haven't had all year long. He's a knockdown shooter, and so the biggest key with him is if he can defend and rebound and help us on that end. And like sometimes it's got to be neutral. If he can just be average, and we talk about all the time, right? Like it's like Larry Bird was in it. I mean, I'm dating myself, but Larry Bird was an average defender, right? But he's an unbelievable offensive player, unbelievable all that kind of stuff. So if Luke can just get to be an average defender and rebounder and get loose balls, he's an unbelievable shooter who's a huge weapon for us. So
he's improved?
A lot.
What
Yep.
defense?
He's got a lot better. Yep. Not without a lack of us trying to help him.
Okay.
Coach, obviously DeJure had a big game today, 12 of 20 shooting and 25 points.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, I love DeJure. He's great. He just, we've been trying to get him to be more assertive, and so like, I mean, we're talking after the Quinnipiac loss, like in our last 12 games, we've had the lead the second half of 10 of those games, right? So when you have the lead in the second half, it's not a fluke. It's not like you're playing pretty good basketball in bits and pieces, right? At some point, when teams make a run, your best guys got to kind of like put the run out, like make a shot, make a play, get a loose ball, and like that's what DeJure can do for us, And so I kind of talked to him like, listen, man, you got to go you got to go we get in trouble. You got to get us out of there. You know, like you got to rescue us sometimes in big moments. And I think he's in a new role for him. He was a sixth man last year in Northern Colorado, so this is all new for him. But he wants to be the man. He's got to be the man all the time, and he's learned that. He was better tonight.
Was there a better look today at 38-37? You kind of talked about body language the last couple weeks, and then you guys responded off of that.
Awesome, yeah. Like just the whole extra pass and sharing the ball, and it's contagious. Playing unselfish is contagious, just as playing selfish is contagious. And I thought once we started sharing the ball, like you probably noticed, you watch our games, we get to the rim a lot of times, we try to go up over three guys and get our shot blocked. Those are hard shots. If we'll kick it out, there's one possession in the second half, like I think Winborn got a three, where I think JB got an offensive board, maybe Bundy did, and kicked it out, or maybe Jungers did. And if you don't throw that ball out and we make a shot, we call them daggers, that gives the whole team energy. And when you don't make that pass, it just sucks it away. So I thought that was good to see that tonight. You know, I was really frustrated against Quinnipiac because I thought we played really well the first half, and then a little bit of us not playing the right way led to them making a run and coming back in the game. And if we just play the right way, but that takes time to understand it and to learn that. You know, so we're trying to learn that. I think we're making progress. You know, we're tired right now mentally. Losing these games in the you know, they want to win, they want to do well. We're fairly hard on them just in general because, like I told you, the window is not. There's not always room to say, hey, and we'll get it by next year. We'll get it in 3 years. You got to kind of do it quicker. So, you know, we watch a lot of film, we do a lot of stuff. So I think they need a couple of days off away, and I think this win will help us with our little bit of momentum.
Yeah. Tobin, as Ken pointed out, that was an incredible 25-point run by DeJour tonight. Definitely one for the ages. Do you think the two close losses from this past weekend played a role in that? What are your thoughts?
Hard to say, you know. I think we're all frustrated at the standpoint of we've had, you go right down the list of games, a lot of games with 2-point game, 4-point game, 5-point game where we've lost. But I said, you know, we talked, the losing does not bother me. The losing bothers me, but it's how you lose by not sharing the ball, not playing the right way, not being unselfish. That's the part that kills me. So I thought, I told him, if we play the right way and share the ball, we'll live with the consequences. And the reality is if you do the right things, the results will be a whole lot better. So that was good to see. But yeah, I think, you know, you're hoping to learn lessons through this whole thing, but you know, it gets to be a little bit late too at a certain point.
This was probably Winborn's best game.
I thought he played well,
I
right?
think he's finding himself now.
A little bit, yep. I mean, it's hard when you miss, you know, people don't, you miss 2 months, you miss 2 months of not only games, but you miss 2 months of practices, you miss 2 months of, and then you have to come back from not being in shape, not being game ready. So I think he's getting better in practice. He's been better. He provides a little spark for us.
Well, the younger guys collectively, are they starting to turn a corner, you
Yes.
think?
Yep.
Because
Yep.
that's certainly a big part of it.
Yep, that's huge. You're hoping the next guy is Hogarth. I'd like to see Hogarth. He didn't play a lot tonight, but I'm hoping he makes a little bit of a progress in the next few weeks. And we have a chance now. We're off till Sunday, practice Sunday, Monday. It's a chance to really get better and get him going. But I thought Rupert played well tonight, man. When he plays like that with that energy and his body language was great, that makes us all better.
And Mooney's been playing less. Any reason why?
Not practicing well. I mean,
Do you think he's hitting a
I wish
bit of a wall?
was he in here for an interview? He hasn't been on the last. I mean, I kicked him out of practice 2 days ago. Kicked him out of shoot around today. So he's got. I mean, and I love you. He spent Christmas with me and my family. My mother-in-law loves Yafet. We all love Yafet, right? He's like a freshman. He just gets so emotionally up and down, and so it's you know, he didn't play well against Quinnipiac, and a lot of times guys' reaction is to feel bad, feel sorry for themselves, and he's got to just suck it up and get tougher. And we all love him. We all know what he can do. He should be playing. Him and Millie should be splitting that 5 spot. They should be a two-headed monster. And when he's not playing as much, it's because of what he's doing, for the most part.
How did the team take to the message about playing for your Herb Brooks moment in the last press conference about playing for the name on the front?
Yeah, we've talked about that a lot, right? So we just you know how it is. Guys don't believe that. Guys in general think, well, he's not talking about me. He's talking about the other 13 guys, right? So we have to show them video. We have to show them film. We have to show them examples of that kind of stuff. And they still sometimes don't totally buy into that. So we just keep pounding the rock. And I think we are making progress. I thought Adam was great. I mean, how many assists did Adam have tonight?
9.
I mean, that's the most probably he's had all year, I would think, right? So, I mean, and Adam is extremely coachable, right? He's still young, he's still learning, but he's unbelievably coachable. So, like, he took that message and, like, he had 9 assists. He's a point guard, you know? Sometimes he fashions himself as Kyrie Irving wants to be a scorer. He's a great New York City point guard who can share the ball. And, like, I think he had fun tonight because he was hitting guys making shots. Now, listen, you make a pass and Jungers makes a shot, that gives him energy. You make a pass and a guy misses a shot, it's kind of like, maybe I should have shot that. So he's better when he knows guys around him can make plays. But I thought he responded. He had hurt his leg a little bit or something, kind of sore this morning. I said, listen, man, I'd be more impressed today if you played as hard as you can with an 80% or 70% than I would if you were feeling perfect. And he responded great. I love the kid. He's just got a great personality. I feel bad for him sometimes. He's got a lot of pressure. I mean, people think he's supposed to be so incredible all the time. Like, you just like let the game play, have fun and let the game come to him. And tonight was like I think he had fun tonight. I think he enjoyed tonight's game. We all did.
How were they in the locker room afterwards? And do you also think, to some degree, this kind of takes a little bit of a piano off their back, this game tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing we all know is that this got to lead to something else now. You know, we've had a couple times when he felt like, okay, maybe we're turning the corner, getting better. I mean, unless the Quinnipiac game, you know, we controlled that game most of the game, and you lose it. It's just frustrating, right? And even to start the second half, they came out and made a run at it. And a lot of that's just like we don't have the confidence yet to feel like, okay, we can put this game away. So hopefully it helps us, but it's got to be. We got to go play at Ryder next, then we got to see it at home. We got to make a little bit of a run here, you know. At some point, you got to win some games in a row and put some back-to-back performances together. So, like, yeah, I mean, I think we feel good about tonight, but like, there's also we've dug ourselves a little bit of a hole we got to dig out of, you know. But I do think this team has a chance to get a whole lot better and be a factor in March.
Coach, sometimes you hear the expression, a team has to learn how to win and advance and win the close games. Is this team reaching that point?
I mean, we'll find out, right? I mean, you can't just have on one game tonight. We got to figure out how to do it. You know, like you can't go through the season and not put some streaks together. We have to be able to do that, you know. So I do think I liked how he played tonight. So that's a good sign. If he just won and didn't play the right way, be a different story. I think we played the right way tonight, so I feel good about that.
Feel good about 53% field goal percentage?
Was that what it is?
Yeah, 53.2, 33.
I mean, life's
62.
a lot better when shot go in, you know? Like I told you all along, I'd much rather play the 80s and 90s. So we have been a good offensive team. Is that because, you know, like my dad used to always say, like, if you're missing shots, it's one of two things. You're either a bad shooter, right? Or you're a good shooter taking bad shots, right? I don't necessarily think we're not a great shooting team, but we're not an awful shooting team. If we get good shots and share the ball and make us, you know, hit the open man, and we can shoot it better than we have shot it so far. You know, we have not shared the ball like we need to share the ball all year long. So that was a good step in the right direction.